The family planning policy is a national policy of the People's Republic of China. It was designed as a national policy in September 1982 and written into Constitution in December of the same year. The policy has evolved over the past 40 years, but the overarching goal has remained the same. After the founding of New China, Chairman Mao thought having a huge population could create economic miracles. At the end of Chinese Civil War in 1949, the government encouraged childbirth and copied Soviet Union propaganda, calling giving women who bear more children the titles heroic mother and glorious mother, while enacting policies that restrict or override prohibited contraception, birth control, and abortion. However, since the policy of strongly encouraging childbirth, the total population of the country went from 540 million in 1949 to 852 million in 1971, and the birth rate and national growth rate were as high as 30.7 per thousand and 23.4 per thousand respectively. The demographic problem has shifted from not enough to too many people. Fearing mass starvation and social collapse, this led the CCP to the first of many policies designed to limit childbirth. At the core of the famous slogan, "One is fine, two is just right, but three is too many." 71 still did not control the population growth to a great extent. To alleviate the population problem, the National Family Planning Conference proposed late marriage, waiting at least 3 years between children, and no more than 2 children per couple. This initial policy had some effect, as in 1976, the Chinese fertility rate fell to 3.2% from 4.8% in 1970, but was still above the world average. In 1978, in order to reduce China's natural population growth rate to less than 1%, the government promoted the requirement that a couple has only one child. This is the famous one-child policy. Couples who follow the policy will be rewarded by the government. The total fertility rate in mainland China declined rapidly under the family planning policy, and by the early 1990s, the fertility rate had fallen below the level of generational replacement. Since 1995, the Chinese government has been advocating late marriage, late childbearing, and fewer and better birth to encourage planning fertility. In 2010, the total population of mainland China reached 1.34 billion, and the total fertility rate was only 1.18, the lowest level in the world. In 2013, the central government experimented with allowing a second child per couple. In 2015, the one-child policy was officially abolished in the mainland China. The government called for the full transition to a two-child policy. In 2021, this was amended further to a third-child policy. Essentially, the Chinese government created a demographic time bomb and are scrambling to fix a problem of their own creation.